Love it.
What it do, Big Blue? Oh, you see these? Huh? It's a Kentucky exclusive. Must be the denims. Oh, let
Must
me
be.
tell you what. It must be. Let me tell you what. These coming back brought some fire into the Kentucky team. I don't know if it was the denim, but God bless America. We looked amazing
Remember, it's
against
not
them.
about the denim. It's about what's in them. That's what it's
Mm.
about, buddy. That's what it's about.
Mm. Do you
Ladies
boil
That
and
your
is it.
gentlemen,
denims?
we have a special guest tonight. We have a special
We
guest
do.
invited in. So, Mr. Rick Ramone, welcome. Welcome back to the State of Kentucky Report, brother.
Why, thank you, gentlemen. Thank you for having me back. I love your show. Top
Thank you.
with all
Thank
the
you.
ratings. Once again, you're top of the ratings on Bacon Shake.
Appreciate that.
So congratulations, you guys have the streak going like WCW did for 52 weeks. So,
Love it. Love it. For life. Let's go.
so, boy, I wanted to
NWO.
just pop in and see how's it going and what you guys have planned in the future because we got a lot of things coming up. But I got to touch base with you guys too to make sure that I know so we can keep the ratings at the top where they belong. Right? So,
I
what
think
boys?
I think we're flying high. What do you think, K Money? I think
I
we
think
are
we are.
just
I think we are for sure. Things are going great, man. Things are going great.
TikTok exploding. We just
Dude,
surpassed 1,000.
yep. Yep. The Kentucky faithful, man, Big Blue Nation is wild about their sports and especially about Kentucky basketball. So what you get from us is real talk from real fans, and we don't hold anything back. And I think that's what everybody loves to hear. They love watching it, they love listening to it, and they love chiming in. We get a ton of feedback. We get a ton of people watching, our live streams when Cody goes live, and we're talking about the games. I mean, we get people hopping in, joining in, commenting, everything, man. It's good. We got a lot of traction going right now, and it helps that Kentucky's won 8 of 9 too, and they're not in the like dumpster of the SEC right now. So that helps.
Mm-hmm.
That helps for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Yep.
Absolutely. And we're back in the top 25.
We are. We are.
It might be 25, but we're back in the top 25.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
That's
I'll
like
We're
saying you
take
in it.
got a
it.
top 25 single.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're in the top.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Nobody cares where
Now,
you're at. You know what I mean? It just matters that you're in it, right?
boys, again, in my travels, I've learned controversy sells, but I've also learned
Mhm.
that you know what? If you got an idea in your head, you got to get it out into the world. Otherwise, what are you going to do? So, with that said, are there any people out there that you would like to have come on as guests that maybe you could kind of shout out, challenge, whatever? I mean, Topher's going to do something great with it and make a clip. So, this is your chance. Who would you like to go big game hunting and have on your show if it was up to you?
I'm gonna let Cody speak first because I know Cody's been trying to reel a couple of them in. So go ahead, Cody. Go ahead, brother.
uh, I'm going to go top five. I'll go top five. We got a top five. Obviously, number one, Pope. Would love to have Pope on. I think Matt Jones would be a second one of Kentucky Sports Radio. I think that would be another great one to have on. Jeff, crap. Crap. Oh my God. I cannot believe I just forgot his last name.
Crap.
Uh, no, it's not Jeff Crap.
Okay.
That would be amazing if we can get a Jeff Crap on the show, though. That would be
All right,
absolutely
that's
amazing.
three. Jeff Crap, a real Jeff Crap. Got it. Yep.
Yes.
uh,
Yep.
what's his last name? K Money? Jeff, what, Goldblum? Is it
Goodman or
Goldblum?
good Goldblum.
Goodman.
Yeah. Goodman.
One of
Yeah.
them. Yeah.
Yep.
Uh, would love. Number
Might
four.
be why we haven't gotten them on yet.
Number four, I'm gonna go with the Iceman, Colin Chandler. And number five, one of the all-time greats, and I think John Wall. I'm reaching for the
That'd be great.
stars,
There you go.
but
There you
reaching for
go.
the stars is what we do here.
Love it. Love it. Look, I'm gonna keep it, low key, but equally celebrities, right? I wanna do a dual episode with the BBN Unfiltered guys with Austin and Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
I'd love to get those guys on and just kind of go two on two and share our thoughts, share our, passions, share everything, and just kind of combine the episodes. And I still want to get that Kentucky basketball chick on. I've been following her on Twitter, following her on Instagram and TikTok, and message her a couple times. But I think she brings a lot to the table with unique takes, and I'd love to get her on the pod for even a half an episode here and there, just to kind of level set and talk about the SEC tournament before we get into the big dance. So I'd love to get her on in the next couple weeks.
Okay. All
I like
right.
it. I like it. I know there was I'm pretty sure I mentioned to y'all, but I had kind of an idea of possibly here in the future doing a segment of like a Big Blue Nation of TikTok
Mm.
and people that interact with us and has Kentucky content and like I said interacts with me or K Money, get them on for maybe 10, 20 minutes and just kind of pick their brain. And that way they can have something to put on their TikTok. Obviously, we can have something to put on our TikTok and kind of just, kind of pick and choose, here and there, a couple people of the Big Blue Nation on TikTok. I think that
Yeah,
might be
speaking
kind
of
of
that,
cool.
different shades of blue. Different shades of blue.
Yeah.
He's joined a couple of our live streams. I know I follow him. He puts out an episode each week, and he puts out some shorts on TikTok and stuff like that. So he would be a good person to hop on as well. Love to
Yep.
have him on and chop it up for sure.
Mm.
And I do just want to clear the air. When Big Blue Prophet said Pope, we're good with either Coach Pope or the real Pope, either one, whichever one Topher can pull out of his hat. We'll take either one. I'll talk to the new Pope too. I don't
Yeah,
care.
absolutely.
I'm good with it. I'm good with it. He's a Philly guy. He lived in Philly for a little bit. He
He
went to
is a Philly
Villanova.
guy. You're not wrong. Wow, yeah, that's true. Okay, well, we'll see.
I'll
Hey,
take it.
shoot for the stars. I'm gonna say mine now, just so I know I can screenshot and make a clip and send it. So the one and only Boot Shaloop, my guy who lived in Kentucky, who's been talking trash about Kentucky to me for almost 30 years. Boot, you're on notice. So there you go, Boot
Do it.
Shaloop. And
Let's do
he's
it.
like, oh,
Boot,
I don't
you
know
are on
anything that's
notice.
going on now. I said, dude, you could come on and just talk about whatever you know, and they'll know it
Is he
too.
a is he
And
a
you'll have fun. So yeah,
is he
yep.
a part-time fan? If you don't know anything that's going on right now, part-time fan,
I mean,
defend your
when you
name.
got
Come on the
when you
show.
got two boys under the age of 4, you kind of don't have much time for much. So yeah.
That's true.
Nah,
That's true.
well. Hold on.
Y'all
Well,
know how
maybe
that
under the
goes.
age of 4. Okay, all right, all right. I'll give him. Yeah, I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, we'll cut him some slack. We'll cut him some slack. But
Yeah.
I mean, we'll only cut him some slack if he hops on. That's it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
it.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, speaking of children, um, last week you got to meet Big Blue Prophet Jr., right?
We did.
So this week, I don't want to forget of the other. I'm going to, if it's all right with you guys, bring on Miss Big Blue Prophet
Would love to.
and kind of let her tell her story about Kentucky and how she became a fan and her early stages of Kentucky fandom, I guess. So,
That'd be
uh,
awesome.
Mace the Great, come on.
Oh,
All right. So, well, not when, because it was from birth. But so, what what made you stick with Kentucky? Why do you still cheer for Kentucky, and why is that your team?
Well, for one, I know if I didn't, you'd kill me. Uh,
She's joking.
no, no, she's not.
So what? Let's go with what is your early memories of Kentucky basketball? What is the first thing you remember me bringing you up with, or making you cheer for, or the first kind of game that you
Well,
remember?
I know when I was born, I met somebody.
Jared Bolson.
Yeah, and I was like a dress
Yeah.
of some sort.
He was in a Kentucky onesie.
Yes,
Yep.
and
That was your first Kentucky player you met.
yep,
And Who's your all-time favorite Kentucky player?
I guess
Jeopardy music.
There's no wrong answer.
Tony
Andrew
Delk?
Carr, maybe.
Andrew
There
Carr.
you go.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Tony Delk,
I like it.
Walter
That's off the
McCarty.
beaten path there. That was a good one. Make me so proud.
Walter. Yes.
Oh, so we ended it with a Go Cats chant last week with your brother. Do we want to bring your brother back on and end it with another Go Cats chant?
Sure.
Oh,
Okay.
hold on. I
All
want to
right,
ask
you
you all
ready?
some questions.
You
Hold
gotta
on,
come over
Cody.
here.
There he
Hold on.
is.
We're not done. There's more. All right, good. Questions for all. Yes. Yes. Okay. Question. How many things have you seen your dad kick or break when Kentucky loses?
I've seen him break anything. I've
All
seen
right,
him
good.
throw
Good
stuff
answer.
There you
and
go.
pick stuff.
Good answer. Good answer.
Perfect.
Good
Perfect.
answer. All right, next
And
question. Next question. How familiar are you with Walter McCarty's R&B albums? Because you should be. That's
That's
not a
how they
joke.
were
You should be.
conceived.
I am. You should be.
I am too.
What do
I
you
am too.
think was playing when I met their mothers?
Okay, there you go. All right. Next
There you go.
question. I like it.
Perfect. Perfect.
Are you're the one that's getting down on the floor at the Kentucky women's basketball games and interviewing all the players, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we got to get you a microphone.
Yes.
You're okay with that?
And where are we going Sunday? Where are we going Sunday? Where are we going?
Oh, I know.
Let your sister.
A Kentucky women's basketball game. Is it?
Nice.
Yep.
Oh.
That's
Yep,
awesome.
I forgot who we play, but we got another set of free tickets. So hopefully we'll have another little interview with a couple of them.
We gotta get her a mic. Let's go. April O'Neil.
So, yeah, we might be bringing some content.
There you go.
Y'all ready
It's
for
always
this
good.
content? We'll end it
Yeah.
now. All right, y'all ready?
Let's do
Hold on now. If we're gonna do it with all three of us, then we're gonna do it right. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Make sure I don't hit nothing here. All right, y'all ready? Oh, C O T S, cats, cats, cats. There it is. There
That's
it
awesome.
is.
That's awesome. Love it. Love
Good
it.
job.
I thought they were gonna start punching the cups.
All right.
Right.
Okay.
Good
All
job,
right.
Good job.
guys.
Thank
All right.
you.
The kids are going to bed. Uncle Rick is gonna go
And
Good
home,
work.
hit the okay button.
and I'm gonna let you two handsome devils handle your business. Okay, get your little wildcat on. But again, boys, doing a great job. Top of the ratings.
Thank you,
Let's go
sir.
get you some more
Rick,
guests.
appreciate you, brother. We
Yep.
will. We will. And we appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Thank you for
Yes.
hopping on.
And Topher and I are going to get you some nice bacon shake merch of the blue variety, so that way you can look nice and pretty and start playing catch up with everybody else, because that's what we need to start doing. Now, if you want
Love
to look like Rick Ramone, you're going to have to probably, get a pay raise, but that's not for me to decide, okay? So,
See, the way my bank account is set up, I got a checking and a savings, and
what is
No,
this
you
savings you
didn't.
speak
No,
of? What is that?
you
What the
didn't.
hell is that? I don't know. Anywho, all right, boys.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah, I don't
This is
know.
what to do,
Hey,
Big
hold
Blue.
on
Have a
before you
good
get off.
show.
Before you get
Appreciate
off,
y'all.
hold on. I got a question for you. I got a
Oh,
question. Now
okay,
with
go
this
ahead.
bacon shake merch, could we do like a collab possibly? A little state of Kentucky, a little bacon shake,
I
bake up
mean,
Kentucky.
hold on. All
I
right.
don't
Well,
know.
listen.
I don't know.
Let me break this down in a way that you can understand. Okay.
Yes, sir.
We're aftermath. You're shady, so you're under the umbrella. Yeah, you got to be right. What the hell are you talking about? Duh, you got to
I like it.
shady
I like
aftermath,
it.
right? You know what I mean?
Yep. That's a
Yeah.
great
So,
analogy. I like that. I
I
like that.
love that. I'm
and
finally
Topher's
Eminem.
Jimmy Iovine. So just don't piss him off.
he said that.
That's better than being
Love it.
Suge.
Yeah, right?
Oh man! All right,
Thank
boys.
God.
You have a good night. Thank you as always. I
All right, brother.
appreciate it.
You too, man.
Later, Tater.
Take care, Rick.
So I think I
Rick
showed it on TikTok.
Ramone.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna I'll show the camera. So when you bought the shoe, which is again exclusively in Lexington, I found out. I guess you can't get it nowhere else now. I read on a couple of the groups, but let's see, where's it at? Is it on this? No. No, it's not on that. Okay. It's not on that. Uh, so when you bought it, they handed posters out. I was too late, but they did hand out a journal of Devin Booker because it was called the Book Fair.
Wow.
So you got this. It's actually really dope. In it, you'll really like this. This
Wow.
came
The
with it,
originals. The originals. The
and
Converse.
it
Yeah.
says more is on the way, February 28th. So they
Wow.
drop February
Yeah,
28th.
I saw that. I saw that they're coming back. Yeah, yeah. They're
Yep.
they're re-releasing them, right? Yep.
Yep.
Yep. That's awesome.
And I mean, honestly, really high quality. I sound like a real big nerd for a second. High quality journal because I used to love the journal and I'm getting back into it thanks to this book. But I mean, the pages are, it's not just blank. I mean, you could type in the day, time, date, day of the week if it was sunny, rainy,
It's pretty sweet.
half partly cloudy. Pretty good. Great experience all around. I mean, kudos to Hibbett, Nike, Kentucky for making it just awesome for Kentucky fans to go in and check out memorabilia from '96. I mean, wow.
Yeah.
It was great. It was great.
That's good. That's good, man. I saw the videos and I saw your videos obviously, but then I saw others on like Twitter, Instagram, and like everything about UK like over the weekend, and like it just looked like a great event. And shout out to everybody in Lexington that braved that. Like I look, I'm an Eagles
Oh, it was
fan,
horrible.
so I tailgate in this weather, so like I'm used to it. But as I've gotten older, I wear, a heated vest now. I wear heated socks if I'm going to be out there for that long. And like, you guys aren't used to like those sub freezing temperatures as much as we are up here in the north. So like,
No,
kudos to you guys for braving that stuff, man. Because that's not exactly something that normal people would do. So that just goes to show you how fanatical Kentucky fans are when it comes to their basketball team, for sure, for sure.
Cal definitely said it best when he said, "You people are crazy."
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, it's it. There is no other fan base like it. You can try, you can imitate, but you cannot be us. There is only one blue blood, original, number one, and that is the BBN.
Love it.
Flip that
Love it.
shit.
Put put that on a poster. Put it on a poster. So I got to ask, and before
Yep.
we dive into the sweep of Tennessee and being back in the top 25. So I saw some articles and some things about Rupp Arena and how to make it even more like formidable for opposing teams, right? And make it
Hmm.
more of like a home advantage type thing, right? So they talked about all the reserve seating and making sure that the students are a lot closer to the stand or to the court and all this other stuff, like similar to like how Duke has the Cameron Crazies and stuff like that. What is your take on that? Do you think like the way that we currently have it set up in Rupp, and I say we, like I've been there. I've never been there. That's still on the bucket list that you and I have to do.
Yep. Not
Um,
yet. You haven't been there.
Correct, correct. But like I think there may be some merit to redesigning the seating arrangement in Rupp to make it a little more formidable for those opposing teams coming in. I think there might be some merit there for them to do that.
Like that. I could go probably on a list of things that need to be done in Rupp. Not all of them consist of helping us with opposing teams, but
Yeah,
with the opposing teams, I would like to see a more student section because honestly, it looks big on TV, but when you're there, that's not a huge student section. And I know Kentucky could fill it up if you widened it. You know, I mean, you could probably put a whole freaking all the way to the ceiling and students are going to fill it up if you could, but I feel like there needs definitely be more student space, maybe even closer like you just said. I think that would be awesome.
yeah.
If anybody from Rupp is listening, would love to have backs on the chairs up in the top, please. That would be amazing. love to have some backs on the chair.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. I'm
that's
sure it
my
gets uncomfortable.
take. Yeah,
Yeah.
that concrete bench sucks.
Now, do
Yeah,
they give you the ability to rent some of those things, like rent those ones that sit on top of that, so like you
yeah,
have a
you could
back?
bring it in.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you could
That's what
bring
I
it
thought.
in.
Yeah, that's what a lot of
But
those like older stadiums and older arenas allow you to do.
I mean, who wants to carry that around the whole time? You know what I mean? That's why I've
Yeah,
never brought it in. I mean, if you're
yeah,
gonna sit there the whole time and never move, sure. But that's another problem with, and I hate to say it, but all the OG Kentucky fans that have all the nice seating at the bottom, they don't like to stand. They don't like to just get into it. It's starting to slowly change now, but you could still see big sections of just old timers just like they're sitting on their couch at home, just
yeah, yeah.
like, if you're gonna do that, cool. I get it. You paid for it. You do what the hell you want in your seat. Absolutely. But let's fire it up. You know what I mean? Like you gotta breathe some life in there if you're gonna sit that close and have those good of seats and honestly have TV time like that. Jump up and
That's
down,
true
do
too.
something, cheer.
Yep,
You know what I mean? Like nobody
yep.
wants to see the camera pan to an old man and he's just sitting there. Other teams are gonna be like, well shit. We walk in there, all we got to deal with is some old guys. They ain't gonna be
Right.
loud.
That's what I'm saying, man. Like you see, like these every time I watch and look, I I don't care for either team, but like I enjoy watching the game when they play each other, the Duke North Carolina rivalry. No matter which,
Absolutely.
no matter which arena you're in, those student sections get after it, and they
Ooh,
get after the other team. They put them right there. They're up close, personal, like you know what I mean, and I just wish that we had a little bit more of that at Rupp. I think
yes.
our and look, and I'm not saying, and we'll get into it probably at the end of this, but I'm not saying that that's going to get us like 4 or 5 star recruits because of our student section because we're having a hard enough time just getting one of them. But
Oh
um,
yeah.
I think it would go a long way to help build that atmosphere and like really
Yes.
be a selling point, right? Like, oh my God, look at our arena, look at our crowd. Like, that's something that you can't get in other areas. And like, that doesn't always stand out. Like, we used to be able to sell them on like, it's Rupp Arena, it's one of the most historic places you could play. Yeah, but like that doesn't matter anymore, man. It really doesn't. Like it does, but it doesn't, so to speak. Like it matters to
You're
guys
absolutely right.
like Moreno, Noah, like the Kentucky born and bred that understand it. But
Yep.
you're not nobody else cares. Like the number one recruit in the country, Stokes, he doesn't care about that. He's going wherever he can get the most visibility. Where am I going to be on ESPN, CBS? Where am I going to play the most nationally televised games? And where am I going to get the biggest deal? That's what they're
Yep.
worried about. And
And
Kentucky has always drawn those numbers on national TV. They've always played
yep.
the most primetime games up there with Duke and North Carolina and all those teams.
Yeah. And what I was gonna say is it pinged when you said that the number one recruits don't look at that shit anymore. And it tinged. I was like, you're right, because if you look at it, the number one recruits now, the historic thing is not in play because what they remember and what they associate is like John Wall and those teams on. So
Yeah,
the only championship team that we have is Davis. So that's the only historic thing they're associating us with. They're not associating us with 96 like we do or anything like that. All they remember is John Wall, Cousins, Davis, Randall, SGA, that kind of thing. And there ain't no championship. So they're like, okay, they bring them in, but they don't win banners except one. So,
right.
I,
Yep.
it sounded a whole lot better in my head when I was thinking of it, but when I said it, I felt like I got the point across, but
No,
you
you
know what I
did.
meant.
You did. No, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes perfect sense. No, and I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you at all. And you think about where these top guys have gone. They're not
Yeah.
going to schools like that. Like they're going to wherever they can go get the biggest bag, and that's the sad part about it right now. And I think it'll eventually change a little bit.
Yeah.
And look. it took us till this point in the season, second week of February. The team's rolling, winning 8 of 9, and it took us to this point to kind of, now I get it. Now I understand the roster construction. Now I understand how Pope built this team, right? So now if you look at the way this team is playing, and if you do add in a healthy JQ and a healthy Low, I get it. I definitely get it now. I get it,
Yep,
right?
I do
I'm
too.
not saying that it's perfect by any means, right? I'm not saying that because clearly it's not when you don't really have a true point guard still. But you see the skill, you see the talent on the team, right? We
You,
see
you
it on
you saw the
display,
vision. Yeah,
right?
you saw the vision where they were
Yep,
trying to go.
yep,
I
yep.
agree with you.
So I gotta, I'm not apologizing to Pope by any means, but at the same time, I get it. I understand it, and I think this Denim game was good because he brought back a lot of those '96 teammates, and those guys have been pretty ruthless with him, with Pope. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Because he was the captain of that team, so he understands the tradition. He understands the winning ways. And when they weren't winning in the regular season, Derek Anderson said it. He was like, "We were giving it to him. We were giving it to him
Yeah.
good because this isn't good. Like this isn't Kentucky basketball. Like one thing's for sure, and you and I talked about it all season so far on all these episodes. One thing Kentucky never lost because of was because of effort, right? You might be out
Yep.
physical, you might be out talented. You run into a more talented team. It is what it is. You're never going to be out effort on the court, and they were not winning the effort battle at all. And kudos to that '96 team for giving it to Pope and kind of kicking
Yes.
his ass a little bit. So when I heard them say that, I was like, all right, good, and maybe it was good for that team to have those guys come back and be like, all right, well these guys matter. I got to listen to what these guys say because they won it. They won a national championship in better competition, I should say, because a lot of those teams in '96 were playing with like 3 and 4 year starters. So like they were college players. They weren't like one and done guys.
Yep. And they're legends. So like, you're playing you're like you said, hopefully those guys listen to them because they're like, okay, look at the buzz they get when they come back into this town. If we win and keep winning, not even if we win a championship, but if we keep winning the way we're winning, playing the way we're playing, we could come back like they do and still be kings 20 years, 30 years, 40 years later. Maybe that helped with these guys that really only care about the stardom and the money. They're like, "Oh shit, we could come back at any time and do a pop-up autograph signing and have a line wrapped around here and make 15,000 in a night real quick." If
Yep.
you're winning, if you're
Yep.
winning. So I agree with you 110% on that. I think it was good for the 96 team to come back. And it I don't know, it felt like it jolted just everything. Lexington, it just jolted the buzz. You know what I mean? Like it felt like it was just like boom, and somebody just shocking, and it feels like we're on fire. Leading into this weekend, we definitely needed it. So
What up, party people? Carolina Mike here with a big shout out to the Bake and Shake Worldwide Presents podcast. Y'all do an amazing job. Thank you so much for having me on. And just want to give a little shout out to you all. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's the Bake and Shake Worldwide Presents podcast. What would you do? Got a podcast in your hand. What would you do? Say, it's the Bake and Shake Worldwide Presents podcast. What would you do? Get on that podcast. It's up to you. Come on, y'all. I appreciate you, fellas. Thanks for giving me a shout. Thanks for giving me a shot. And looking forward to hopefully maybe working with you again. Y'all take it easy. Keep pounding. Let's rock and roll, y'all. Woo!
Yep. No, I don't disagree. I don't disagree. So let's get right into it, right? We touched on it with Mr. Rick Ramone. Rankings came out on Monday. and your Kentucky Wildcats are back in the top 25. So it feels good, but like we're not done, right? We're not done. And part of me is almost like, you know what? I wish they would have stayed out of the top 25 because they wore it like a chip on their shoulder to get back there. But being ranked 25th is still a chip on their shoulder. I guarantee it, right? So,
Absolutely.
um, but look, they came off another big win over Tennessee. They pulled off the regular season sweep. It didn't look pretty in the first half, but in true Kentucky fashion this year with this team, they came back and lit fire in the second half. And look, I don't know what game plan they came up with in the second half, but whatever they did in the second half with switching players on Ament worked because they cooled him off. He was on
Yes,
fire in the first half, absolute fire. He couldn't miss. That dude could not miss in the first half. He was dropping everything. Everything looked like he was just throwing a pebble in the ocean. Like it was just everything was going right in, and I was like, man, he's going to drop 40. He's going to drop 40 on this team. And they held him to 29. And I know
I
that
agree.
sounds like a lot, right? That sounds like a lot, but considering he had like 20 in the first half, that's damn good, right? So, especially and he's been averaging I think like what 20, 28 or 29 over the last like 4 to 5 games. So like he was riding the heater and they cooled him off in the second half, man. And I just kudos to them, man, because they came out and played well in the second half. And something tells me whatever that '96 team did to like create that buzz, I think it lit a fire under Pope too. I think it like
I think it did.
reignited something under him, because he was, granted, he had 3 techs or he got a tech in the Arkansas game, but like you could see the fire and everything in that second half of that game where he was getting his guys ready. So it was good. It was good to see.
And I think it helped that the guys were sitting right behind him the whole game. So they were chirping at him. You know they
My
was.
God, yeah. Yep. I
They
would have been.
and
Absolutely, I would have been.
yeah, and thankful. And I'm thankful that Kentucky brings back those guys and that camaraderie is still there for Pope in the 9016 because I do. I really do think it lit something under him. And I don't know if you saw it, but in the new documentary that's releasing in April about Kentucky this year's team, it gave a little preview of it. And the fire that I saw in Pope, the yelling, what are you scared of? What are you scared of?
Yeah.
Tell me.
Yep.
And then it freaking cuts to him and then he punches the dry erase. I'm like, that's it. That's why we are on a streak right now because Pope forgot the nice guy card. He is asshole mode, I guess, in better words, is what I could think of. But he is on
Accountability.
fire and I love it.
Yep.
Yes, I love it.
Accountability. And
Love it.
and that's what we talked about all season. In the beginning of the season, we said he needs to start holding these people accountable and holding the players
Yep.
accountable when they're not producing. They're getting paid, so hold them accountable. And he started doing that. So it's good. And I think it took this long, but I think the players have finally bought into it. I think the players have finally bought in and they're playing the right way. And I look, I don't think, again, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop and waiting for the shooting to just kind of drop off. But shooting 50% from the field again, I, I'll take it.
I'll
I'll
take
continue
it.
to take
Yep.
it. We're gonna need that against Florida, right? So I'll
Oh
continue to
my
take it.
God.
And can we say enough about Owe again? I mean, Owe dropped 21, so he's averaging like 20 plus in SEC play. Preseason SEC Player of the Year is living up to the name. He's
Dog.
living up to that title, and he
Yep.
may end up getting it. He may end up getting it. So we'll see.
Hopefully.
Aberdeen dropping 16, right? Aberdeen dropped 16, and look, I'm gonna tee it up for you, and I'll let you do the glazing on this one. Chandler again. Chandler again. He,
Ooh,
he only he
just
only had 9 points.
ice.
He only had 9 points, but he hit 3 big threes, and none was bigger than that one in the second half, under a minute to take the lead, right?
Oh my God, man. Chandler. Just Chandler. Chandler. I know me and you've said it. Me and you said it last year. This year is Chandler's breakout year. It took a little bit, but everything we said last year, I just want everyone that watches this to know. Me and K Money called that last year. multiple
Hmm.
times. We said
Hmm.
Chandler will have a breakout year. Chandler will lead this team in some way, some form, whatever. And for Oway, and I think now that Pope came out and said it when after he hit that three and Oway comes up to you, SEC, possible player of the year comes up to you and grabs your jersey and looks you in the eye and tells you you are a code. That would set a
Yep.
fire up under me. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like,
You had me fired up.
yeah, I think we're about to see a different Chandler from here on out, as in, I think he is about to just a dog, just dog. I really do. I really, really do. I think that, I mean, obviously he was firing on all cylinders before that, but hitting that three against Tennessee, always saying that to you and the respect of the team, I think we're about to see a different type of Chandler. And I think he's going to come up big in Florida and for the rest of the year. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
I'm excited.
I see you see something different in him now, like over these
Yes,
last 9, 10 games, right? Like there's a certain level
a
of
swag.
confidence. There's swag, right? And like,
Yes,
look,
yes.
I'm not going to be delusional here and do it, but you know what? No, actually, I am going to say he looks like Jordan, '96 Jordan. That's what he looks like out there. Like, give me the ball in the last minute of the game, and I'm going to win us the goddamn game. That's what he looks like.
Yep.
He wants the ball
Yes.
in crunch time, and that's what
Yes.
we've been waiting for all season out of somebody on this team who's going to be the go-to guy in crunch time. And God damn it, it's Colin Chandler. Chandler's that guy. He wants the ball in crunch time, and kudos to Owe for finding him. That was one hell of a slick
That was a
pass
hell of a
to
pass.
find him.
Yeah.
To find him, it was a
Don't overlook
dime,
that.
man. He dropped a dime that was
Yeah.
right on the money, and that takes a different level of leadership and ego to go, I'm going to pass up this layup or a chance to draw the foul and get 2 foul shots to give us the lead and kick it out to my guy who I know is going to sink that three. That's incredible. That is incredible. And that's growth. That is what growth is right
Yes.
there. You know,
That wouldn't
that's
have
not
happened
the
at the beginning
pouting
of the
away.
season.
Correct. That's not the pouting away from the beginning of the season. That is,
Yep.
I'm going to lead this team, and we're gonna go on a run away. And God damn it, I loved every second of it because that was a hell of a
Oh
pass,
man.
hell of a shot. And look, there was still time on the clock, and they continued to press, they continued to play hard, and I can't say enough about it, man. It's just they're clicking at the right time, they're playing hot,
Yes.
and I know we got a tough game on Saturday. We got a tough game on Saturday, and look, I'm going to be cliche about it. Saturday's Valentine's Day. I want them to go into Gainesville and break a lot of hearts. That's what I want them to do.
Yep.
I want them to break a lot of hearts, stomp on their chest, do whatever you got to do, but you need to walk out of Gainesville with a win. You need to.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I agree.
Absolutely do. Because the
I agree.
disrespect is unreal. I know Florida, reigning national champs. I get it. Florida's a great team. They really are. They're one of my dark horses to win it all this year. I think they have the capability of winning it all. Having said that, it's disrespectful to be an 11-point favorite against Kentucky with the way Kentucky's playing right now. It's disrespectful.
I didn't even see that. Are they really?
They're 11-point favorite. I think it's 11 and a half, really, but I think they're
Wow.
11
That
point
is
favorites. So like,
disrespectful. That,
I know it's in Florida, but come on, man, the way
wow.
Kentucky's been playing,
That's a
it's
smack in the
nuts.
face.
And Pope better be
And
selling that to this team. Like that's I,
they
I
think y'all
do I
suck.
think Florida's better? Yeah, correct. I think Florida is probably overall a better team, top to bottom, than what Kentucky is. But that doesn't mean that Kentucky can't beat them, and it should sure as hell should not mean that they're an 11-point favorite. I just think that's
No.
that's flat out disrespectful, and they need to go in there and smack them around a little bit.
And speaking of, do I think Florida is a better team? Yes. But let it is bugging me. So you know what? This is my little hot take. Sorry to interrupt in the middle of this, but it just pinged me. Okay, here's my hot take. Topher, you might want to remember this, and you might want to clip it, and you can tag the son of a bitch on the volunteers team because this is going directly towards him. To say after we have done swept you, and you have only won once in the past 2 years, Tennessee has only beat us once in the past 2 years. So what? They are 4-1, or we are 4-1 again. They're 1-4, whatever. Anyways, to after the game, after we just beat you, to stand in our tunnel, our hallways, and to look in the camera and go, I know that our team is better than them. You're delusional, bro. You pick any Kentucky player. I don't care if they're sitting on the bench. Any Kentucky player, guaranteed 1-on-1, you're losing every time. Your team is not better than us. You have one 5-star recruit that is really, really good. And yeah, Gillespie's really, really good. But I don't even think that dude did anything except put his nose in other people's way. So every time that they drove, he could flop backwards and look like he got hit in the face and try to draw flagrant. He's a sissy. He play sissy ball. Your team sucks. You didn't beat us. You got swept. The ignorance is unreal to be able to stand there and say, I know our team is better. You're ignorant, bro. You're ignorant. At me. Please, at me. We will discuss this. Come on this show. We will discuss this. At me. You're ignorant.
Yep,
Hot take
yep,
over.
and
Boom.
bring
Mic
more to the
drop.
table. Bring more to the table than our team's better. Like
Yeah.
I need something to back that up because you didn't win, as the
No.
prophet said. You lost. You got swept, and face the facts. Your team can't hold a lead. That's 2 times this year. 2 times you allowed this team to claw back. No pun intended, being the Wildcats, and they stomped your ass in the second half of both games. I agree with you 100%, 100%, man, 100%. So
And I don't even
that
know what he scored.
since
Did he score any?
I don't think so.
I
I
mean, I
don't
know
think
he
so.
scored, but I don't think he had like whatever. It doesn't matter. You suck. Whatever. You're a crybaby. Put your nose in somebody else's business because it doesn't belong in Rupp. Boom, boom.
Let me let's shift a little bit here because you're on one. So I'm going to keep this ball rolling before we finish talking about Florida. So I gotta ask, and I've wanted to ask this for a while because we all have our favorite teams to hate. We both equally hate Loserville and we both equally hate Duke, right? So
Yep.
out of the SEC teams, who
Mhm.
is your most hated rival? Who do you hate the most out of all the SEC teams?
And I'm not going to give the easy target of Arkansas because of Cal. Obviously, that's a chosen, and it's only because of Cal. It's not because I feel like Arkansas is a threat or, anything of that nature. Yeah, they're good teams. Obviously, you have Cal. You're getting 5-star recruits, but whatever on that. Other than that, Tennessee, Tennessee or Florida. Tennessee more so than Florida for me. I have family in Tennessee, so they're I know a bunch of Tennessee fans. Shout out to Child Support and Thunderstick, even though we just swept y'all. You're welcome. You can't really talk shit to me, but I will say Tennessee. Yeah, Tennessee. What about you?
So I'm going to go with the same two, Tennessee and Florida, and I hate Florida a little more. Than
Really?
Tennessee. Now, don't get me wrong. My hatred for Tennessee is strong. Um, I just there's something about Florida. I go back to the Billy Donovan days when he was
Yes.
there. I
Yes.
just the arrogance, the everything about it, and now they're back to being arrogant,
Joakim
and
Noah.
that yeah, yep, yep. That's what it is for me. It's the Noah. I can't deal with it. And look, it's still something about Tebow being the quarterback there that like trickles over into basketball for me. Like I feel like they all just
Yes.
embraced it and they were like, "Oh, we're all Tebow." Like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Shut up. You're not.
Yeah.
You're not. Right? So,
Exactly.
um, and that's what kind of triggers that for me. And like it's the perfect time to bring it up since they play Florida this weekend. But yeah, look, when Bruce Pearl was at Tennessee, I wanted to jump through the TV screen and punch him in the face every single time. And honestly, I
Yes.
didn't think I had to because I thought he was going to have a heart attack every single time on the sidelines because his face would get so red. He looked like he was sweating like a pig. But you know, Tennessee is always going to have a place in my heart as a hatred. right next
Yep.
to the part of my heart that still hates Christian Leitner. But
Yep.
Florida for me is the rival that I can't stand them. Like they,
No.
if you were to say to me right now, like what makes your skin crawl, Tennessee or Florida? And I think part of the reason for me is Florida beats us. Tennessee historically doesn't. We usually own Tennessee, right? They're idiots, like their fan base, you know what I mean? Like when they like to talk a lot of smack, obviously, but the overall record between Kentucky and Tennessee is not even close. The overall record
We
between
put you
Kentucky and
out of the
Florida is a
tournament.
lot closer. Yeah,
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 we put you out of the tournament. That's the only game you got. Congratulations, you won the game that mattered. Cool beans. You
yeah,
got us out of the
yeah.
tournament.
How
Awesome,
many
dude.
banners do you have? How many banners do you have? Shut
Exactly.
up. You don't
The
have any.
only
You don't
yeah.
have any.
The, the closest a Tennessee player, fan, coach is to a national championship is when they visit Kentucky, Florida. Uh what other SEC teams
Arkansas.
has championship? Arkansas.
Arkansas.
That's the time that
Yep.
they are the closest to a championship banner and probably will ever be.
Yep.
You're not getting one.
Yep.
We get 9 before they get one. Write
Guaranteed.
it down. We get
Guaranteed.
9 before they
Yep.
get one.
Guaranteed.
And the way
Guaranteed.
we're playing, we might get 9 this year. I don't want to. I don't. Let's not harp on that yet. Let's wait till the SEC tournament, then I'll talk my shit on that.
So keys to the game for Florida. Florida, like I said, they're getting disrespected by being an 11-point underdog going into Florida. I think what Florida does really well, they rebound very very well. Um,
Yes.
so we're gonna have to crash the boards more than what we normally do. We got to stay out of foul trouble so Moreno and Yelovich, like these guys can crash the boards, right? Even
Yep.
BG got to get in there and do his thing. Um,
Yep.
I'd like to see them
Play
play a
like he
little
has
more
been.
zone. Correct. Yep. And I'd like to see them play a little more zone defense.
Yes.
Force Florida to make the extra pass and hopefully force some turnovers that way. Because look, Florida's not they don't shoot the lights out. They just pound you. Like that's what they do. What's that? I forget the big white dude's name, Hoff
Point guard.
or
Oh,
something like that. No, the big white dude, the big
yeah. I
center.
know exactly.
Um,
I know who you're talking
he
about.
just he's hard to handle, man. And um, that's what BG and Moreno's going to have to deal with. They're going to have to kind of do their like hit the weight room a little bit and eat your Wheaties in the morning or eat your Weetabix.
Or
Get that
each
protein.
Weetabix.
There you go. There you go. Um, but look, we talked about it earlier. Can our shooting stay hot? Hopefully, if our shooting stays hot, we're gonna have a fighter's chance for sure. For sure.
Yep. And I think we definitely, which we've been doing really well these past couple games of keeping the opposing team's point guard cold. But we're definitely going to have to keep what is it? Is it Lee or right? It's
Yeah.
something like the
Yep.
Chinese dude.
Yep.
He's fired, dude. He's fired. Once he gets going, that team gets going. I really do think they feed off him, and if we can keep him cold, I think the rest of the team stutters and they'll get going, but they stutter without him, I think. And I think if we keep him cold again and we shoot, we come out of Gainesville with a W. I think we come out of Gainesville with a W either way, but one way is going to be a little bit nail biter. The other way is going to be, all right, we got this. We got this. It's all good. Yeah, it's close, but you know what I mean? But I do think we come out either way with a W. It'll be close if we don't keep that Lee boy in check.
Yep. No,
That's
I agree.
that's
I
my
agree.
prediction.
So like I said, the over or the Florida's an 11.5 point favorite right now. So and the over under is at 152.5. So my two locks, my parlay, I'm gonna take Kentucky with the points. Um,
Ooh,
because
okay.
I think Kentucky wins outright, but I'm going to take them easily with the points, and then I'm going the over. Both teams average over 80 points. Now, granted, both defenses only give up 70 or 71, but I think this is going to be like an 82-78 game, something like that. It's within 4 points. I think that's where it's going to be, and I think it
Yep.
goes easily. It goes over, and I think that's a lock. That's a lock. Both of those are a lock. I think Kentucky keeps it close and they
I
don't
like
lose
that.
by double digits, and I think the over goes over. Um, I wish you could in college sports you can't always bet on individual players and their point props, but I would guarantee you Owe goes over 20 points again. I think he's locked
Absolutely.
in where he's gonna average 20 plus in SEC play, and that's just what he's gonna do. And he's not. It's not like he's taking 30 shots a game to do it. He's doing it very timely and he's doing it efficiently, and he's helping them win. So, I like the way the offense is playing right now. I like the way that they're spreading the ball out. I like the fact that they we're finally seeing the dribble drive pass. We're not we're not seeing the
Yep.
dribble drive, draw the foul, miss two free throws. You know what I mean? Like we're seeing the dribble
Preach it.
drive pass, and they're hitting the guys, and our guys are making shots, man. They're making shots. So I see that continuing. Whatever they got going on right now, I see them riding high on it, man. And I got them winning Saturday.
And I don't want to sound cliche, whatever, because of the denim. But this was very kind of 96 ish with everybody just coming together and just balling out. Like, you watch 96, it didn't matter who took the shot. They were finding whoever's open and whoever was hot at the moment or whatever the case. There wasn't a star. I mean, there was star players, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't one guy every game. Boom, 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 boom. They they pass it around. You know what I mean? And I love that. And I think that's what this team, again, 96 coming back to town, I think it helped to explain how to play in that type of situation of letting everybody get their time and not just ball hog like most Cal teams had. You
Team
had them one or
basketball.
two
Yeah,
players,
team
ball
basketball.
hog. Yeah, exactly. And I love it. And absolutely would come with a W. Absolutely.
Who's
No doubt about it.
who's your player of the game?
Ooh, Chandler. I'm going Chandler. I'm
Okay.
going Chandler.
All right. I'm gonna
I think.
switch it up.
Ooh.
I'm gonna
Ooh.
change it this week. Chandler, Owe,
Mm.
I think they're going to be the mainstays, but the X factor for me in this game that I'm going to go with is Moreno. I think
Ooh.
Moreno's going to come up big. I don't think he's going to drop 20 points or anything like that, but I can see him having like a 12 point, 12 rebound type game and like having a sweet double double to kind of help us. And we need that. We need the 12 rebounds for sure. But I could see him getting the 12 points, 12 rebounds, and out of those 12 rebounds, probably four or five of them offensively with some putbacks. I
Like
could
it.
see him doing that. And he needs to be aggressive under there. Same thing with BG, man. I think they're going to be aggressive
Yes.
on the offensive end and really, hopefully, if they're smart, the key for me would be to get that big white boy in foul trouble. Get him in foul trouble, unclog the
Absolutely.
lane a little bit, and then you can allow Owe, you can allow Aberdeen, you can allow Jasper, all those guys that drive and can and do that. You let them do that, and then the lane's open, right? So that's how I would attack this team. Look, they're experienced. They're the defending national champions for a reason. They still got Boogie on their team, so. Uh, they got some dogs,
Booger.
man. They got some dogs. Yeah, they got some dogs, but
And
I like our heart a little bit better.
it's Aberdeen's first time going back too, right? Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yep,
It's
yep.
Aberdeen's
That's what
first
I
time
mean. He's
going
gonna be
back.
fired up.
So
He's gonna be fired
yeah.
up.
Yeah. And hopefully he doesn't
Has
let
to
the
keep
crowd get to
emotions in
him.
check.
I don't think he will.
I was just getting ready to say, yep,
Yes.
yep,
Yes.
yep.
Boom.
Keep those
Great
emotions
minds
in
think
check.
alike.
Don't let it get to you. Yep. Don't let it get to you and just kind of block it all out, man. And don't press too hard. That's what I hope. I hope he's not going back and like he doesn't end up taking like some nasty shots just to try to force the issue. So,
Yeah,
here
I
we
hope
go.
I hope not. I hope not. Uh Let's see here. Well, no, it went out. I had a cool idea in my head, and it was going to be funny. It went out of the wall. Anyways, yep, there it is. I dropped the ball on that one. Maybe next week.
Love it. Love it. Well,
Maybe
listen,
next week. So,
let's go Cats on Saturday. Let's break some hearts in Gainesville. Let's have them have a pretty shitty Valentine's Day with all their girlfriends or boyfriends, whatever they
yep.
choose. You know, it is 2026. You know, do what you gotta do.
Yep.
We don't hate. We don't hate on this show. You know. Go Cats! Go Cats! Go Cats!
Go Cats, baby. We're going to go and eat some French fried gator. That's what we're going to do. We're going to chop you up real fine, like, right? And then we're going to put some KFC seasoning on with all the special ingredients. A little Colonel Sanders. Dip you, fry you. We're coming back home with the win, baby. Go Cats.
Love it. Alligator souffle.